I have been in a serious funk the past couple of weeks. Since the video that I posted about hair, which came out like a whole week later than it was supposed to, I have just not really had the motivation to film any content. I did not expect that I would hit this point of like slight burnout so quickly, but that is the life of trying to run a YouTube channel while you're ADHD autistic. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I haven't been struggling, and most of my struggles have been financial. I'm unemployed, I don't have any job prospects, and most of the jobs out there interfere with areas of my life that are like vital to me keeping myself together, and if I let those things go, I will fall apart. And those jobs are not gonna help put me back together. They're just gonna be like, plan better anyways, can you come in because we're short 7 people? But I'm supposed to plan better. Okay. Part of the reason that I haven't had any motivation to film any long form content is because when there's too much going on in my head, I can't really do anything physically. It's like trying to swim like upstream in a river that's going 60 miles an hour in the opposite direction. You can try to do all of this like swimming through and swimming through and swimming through, and it's just too much. Like you need the river to calm down before you can actually like stand up and climb out onto the bank. That is me right now. Because I have been scripting, planning, developing, and soon I'll be able to start shooting more UGC content. Most of you who know me from social media and you didn't find me through YouTube, you know that I used to talk a lot about hair on Instagram and on TikTok. And you guys also know that those platforms are very unforgiving to contradictory information relative to the natural hair community, especially if your hair is perceived as undesirable or unaspirational. The bullying that I received was intense. It was slightly expected. The act was expected, the intensity was not. But I was willing to get through it because, you know, hair grows, and last I heard, going from a big chop and going through your natural hair journey together is something that the natural hair community likes. Clearly I was wrong. That wasn't what pushed me off of social media. What pushed me off of social media was the constant bullying about my face and my shape. The people that I have been compared to, some of them being cartoon characters and not actual people. Comments about my hair are one thing because hair can grow. You just have to be patient enough for it to do it. And my hair has made immense growth process since 2021 when I cut it all off. But I can't change my face. I mean, I could, but I don't want to. The only person that I have been compared to that didn't make me want to like crawl into a hole and die was Caleb City, because I can actually kind of see the resemblance. But the other people that I've been compared to, it's like, why would you say some shit like that? It was beginning to affect my mental health. My mom and my grandma were worried about me, and as a 25-year-old adult, I should not still be going through bullying, but that kind of is an occupational hazard when you're autistic, because it's just like people are drawn to you for the purpose of bullying. And everybody will try to tell you, oh no, it's your personality, it's trash, your tone is off, this, that, and the third. Yeah, you're talking to an autistic person. We communicate differently. A lot of times there's nothing wrong with what we're saying or how we're saying it. You don't like what's being said, and I'm not aspirational enough to like counteract that, so you amplify your hatred. So it's ableism, texturism, and anti-blackness all wrapped up in one. And it was really starting to get to me. So I had to make a pretty hard decision and come off of social media. And the only reason why it was hard was because content creation has been my dream since I was 16, and I still plan on pursuing it. That's why I have a YouTube channel now. But a lot of brands now really prioritize you having a social media presence, which is annoying to me because me posting on my own social media channels is not the only way that a brand can gain recognition. But brands are way more focused on attracting a new audience rather than catering to the one that they already have, not realizing that a lot of times the people that you think are going to be a new audience already know who you are. Nevertheless, I decided that I obviously was never going to give up on my content creation journey. It just clearly was not going to happen in such toxic and hostile places that are as unforgiving as Instagram and TikTok. It was so bad on TikTok that there were certain things that I had to block, and people were purposely adding letters to the words and phrases that I blocked to get them to override the filter. And I'd be adding like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters, and people would just keep going, because when somebody is intent on hurting you, that's what they're going to do, and there's absolutely nothing that's going to stop them. What's so funny is I know for a fact that none of the insecurities that any of those people had went away after that. They wasted all that time breaking down a 25-year-old black autistic tight curly haired woman's morale and spirit, all for what? You still hate yourself. So I've been healing, I've been rebuilding myself. I made this decision in, I think, January. Instagram was the easiest to deal with because I was able to just like remove followers, and I've been seeing people who have been like trying to add me, and I've just been declining them. I'm not even going to pretend like that's not something that I'm doing. There are very few people that are following me right now that I don't actually know in person that I allow to continue following me. And up to that point, anybody who I don't know in person is not following me on my Instagram. TikTok was harder to deal with because you can only delete followers so quickly before it bars your actions, because it thinks that you're a bot. So I kind of just left it like that. I did post a video saying, hey, if we don't follow each other, unfollow me, but it only got like 2,000 views and I didn't lose very many followers. And then after that, the video stopped getting any traction. So I still have 67,000 followers sitting on there that I don't know what to do with. There are 2 videos that I had posted that had absolutely nothing to do with hair that didn't go anywhere. I just posted it because I had something to say, but I'm gonna delete it eventually. I just didn't want to delete my whole TikTok account because I have people that I follow, and it's like, I don't want to lose those people. And same thing with Instagram. I've had that account for years. I didn't want to just delete it, you know what I mean? So I went through the process of removing all of my followers from Instagram. I think I had almost 7,000. Yeah, I had a lot. I was over 5,000 on Instagram, and I went through and removed them. It took me a couple of hours. I want to say maybe it took me 2-3 hours to get rid of all of my followers on Instagram. TikTok, I just gave out. I was just like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. So I did that in January. It is now April. We're almost in May. It's April 24th. Good grief, why is it April 24th already? Jesus, April got places to be, damn. And I've just been focusing on myself, just been healing. I accidentally found some old screenshots of some of the hateful comments that I'd received, and it just ripped that wound right open. But somehow I get the feeling that something is gonna happen in my life that's going to push me to have a social media presence again. I just won't be talking about hair because none of them on Instagram and TikTok deserve it. You can go get somebody else to do it because you bitches are weird. But I feel like something's gonna happen later, and they're gonna be like, oh, please open your Instagram, please open your TikTok, we wanna follow you. And I'm gonna be like, okay, sure, but you don't get to dictate what or when I post. If you get 1 video a month from me, you get 1 video a month from me. Cope. I'm really taking firm boundaries with social media. I used to try to do the whole like, what's her name? Is it Julia Fox thing? I tried to do the whole Julia Fox thing where you're like, you know, oh, just let them embarrass themselves in their comment section. But that's easier to handle when it's just 1 or 2 people making absolute fools out of themselves in your comment section. When it's the entire fucking internet at once, that's absolutely not, like, almost nobody has the capacity to handle. I personally do not make enough money to where I can handle that type of ridiculousness, because then I could just be like, but you're broke. But I was broker than the people commenting on my hair, and it was just getting to be too much. It is getting to be too much. I was already bullied every single day of my life when I was in grade school, from kindergarten all the way until 12th grade. What do I look like as a grown woman just allowing people to do it for the sake of engagement when I wasn't even getting paid for it? And the worst part about it is there are some brands that will decide they don't want to work with you if you're like too cutthroat, even if you are standing up for absolute disrespect in your comment section. There's a creator that I follow. He will tear into your entire life and don't give a fuck. And he rarely ever gets brand deals because of it. And I think it's so ridiculous because he's a fantastic creator. He could advertise anything and I would purchase it just because he advertised it. But because he's not brand friendly, which apparently means letting everybody else abuse you, being a people pleaser, being a doormat, being a victim to emotional, verbal, mental, emotional, psychological abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, all of that. Why does that make me brand friendly? Why do I have to allow people to have their way with me and do whatever they want for a check. And I'm already a Black creator. 9 times out of 10, these brands don't even want to pay us enough. So you want me to go through all of that. You want me to live up to my ancestors' history, and then you want to pay me pennies for it. No. So I decided that clearly being an influencer specifically is not for me. But it's okay, because you don't have to be an influencer to make money on social media. So I am taking this route called UGC. UGC stands for user generated content, and it's almost the same thing as influencing. It's just that you don't post any of the content on your own socials. You license it to the brand and they post it on their own socials. And the other day I just sat down and I just DM'd almost every single brand that I was following. Some of them I already had email contacts for, like when I looked in the message. Others responded pretty quickly and I got an email contact. I sent out emails to all of the email contacts that I had yesterday. Today is Wednesday, so I did that on Tuesday. And I'm kind of just throwing shit at the wall now and seeing what sticks. I have a Pinterest account, which is under the same username as my Instagram and my TikTok were. That way it's easy to find me. I'm already at like 500 monthly views, and I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. The content is definitely workable, but it's not where I want it to be. But that's simply because I just don't have the resources that I would use to increase the creativity of the posts. I do live in a city that's kind of in the middle of nowhere, but like not really. And I know there's places downtown where I could do like self photo shoots and get some really cool pictures out of it to add to my portfolio. But that requires gas money, which I never have. So I'm kind of hoping that I can get some UGC deals out of the content that I've like already posted, and then I would just take the money that I get and use it to my advantage. And you may be wondering, well, if you need money, why don't you just get a job? Remember the part where I said I was ADHD autistic? That eliminates like half of the jobs that I could take as an ADHD autistic person. And I don't know if you've seen the current state of the economy, but people are not actually hiring. They're just saying they are, but they're not. And like I said, some of these jobs expect me to do things that would require me to remove other things from my life that have been holding me together up until this point. I experienced severe autistic burnout from falling apart, and it took almost 2 full years for it to go away. And I had to go through all of that alone. I had to do all of that myself. None of these people that are saying, oh, come work for us, we're hiring or whatever, none of them are going to like do that for me. So I have to do it myself, and I will do it unapologetically, because I know how it feels when I fall apart like that, and it is not a good feeling at all. So I'm not going to willingly go through that again. So yeah, that's where I've been the past couple of weeks. You guys are responding pretty well to the hair video that I posted. I do hope that it has been helping some of y'all. If it has been helping some of y'all, please share the video with family and friends. I really appreciate that y'all are so much more cordial and civil over here compared to Instagram and TikTok. I don't know what it is with those cesspools we keep calling social media platforms, but they're just so toxic over there. And over here, everybody's like, I'm willing to listen to your perspective. I might not agree with you, but I'm not gonna call you out your name for it. I don't even want to mention some of the things that I have been called in my comment sections, and those are just the things that I know. I don't even want to know what I'm not aware of. But yeah, so that is where I've been. I've been in a funk. It is 11:28 and I still have not eaten breakfast yet, because I also haven't been sleeping well. I don't know if like healing from all of the bullying on social media is the reason why I haven't been sleeping. There's some other things that I have been going through that I'm just not gonna tell y'all, but I haven't been sleeping well. But I think most of that is just like financial burden rather than like emotional or mental burden. I have kind of been letting my space and my life slip through my fingers a little bit, and it's time to not do that anymore. So it's 4:28 and I just finished drying my hair a couple of minutes ago. I was under the dryer for about 30 minutes, I want to say. And then I spent another 30 minutes drying the roots because, you know, high density tings. I tried a different gel product. This is so bad for my knees. Oh my goodness. I tried a different gel product combo in my hair today. Same products, just a different ratio. And I actually really like this set. I have hold, it's crunchy, so I know that it's gonna last me several days, but it's not like crunchy to the point where there's like no movement. It wasn't as hard to dry as I thought it was gonna be. My roots did actually dry fairly well. So yeah, this is definitely gonna be a keeper. I was having some issues with the product combo that I mentioned in that hair video that I talked about earlier in the video, because it's a fantastic combo for like longevity and hold and stuff like that. But if I don't use Uncle Funky's Daughter as a base, my hair turns white when I just use ICH and Enba together. And the creator of Enba Naturals Gel actually had a live stream on the business Instagram for the gel. Why am I out of breath? She had a tutorial for like people who were ending up with that white cast. I get enough white cast from like horrendous sunscreens. I don't need it in my hair. So she had a tutorial for that, and it does require the use of Uncle Funky's Daughter as a base. That is actually what I'm going to target to get because my Uncle Funky's Daughter just ran out. So it looks like we're still going to be using Uncle Funky's Daughter as a base, but I'm not upset about it because this product combo, like this ratio, was much better than what I was using, than how I was using them before, which is what pushed me to try using ICH as a base instead. This is that trial and error that the natural hair community tries to tell y'all about. The difference is they think that trial and error means you just have to try a bunch of products and a bunch of different brands and all of these like million quadrillion things. The only thing that's changed about my hair care routine is how much of each product that I use. My shampoos are the same, my conditioners are the same, my gels are the same. I just tried a different method of applying them. I also tried a different way of styling that also came from that video. I was watching her do it, and that actually made my styling time cut down some, which I'm very happy about, because if you remember in that last video, it took me like an hour to style my hair. This time I wasn't paying enough attention, but a full hour did not go by. I don't even think 45 minutes went by. I think I did it in 30 this time. So that's really good. Is my knee ashy? Nah, we're good. It just has like the print from me laying down on the ground. So this is the fit for me to leave Target in. I honestly don't need the jacket because it's 76 degrees outside right now. But it's for the fit. It's for the fit. Respect the drip. Respect the drip. I thrifted this jacket and these jeans from a little flea market that my friend's university was having. These were honestly a steal because they say like size 7 on them or something like that, 7 regular. I'm a size 0. Why the hell do these fit? But I was like, you know what? Because when I picked them up, I looked at the tag and I was like, these are not gonna fit me. And then something was just like, you know what, Sayuri, just go to the little bathroom that's outside there and go and try them on. And they fit perfectly. I had to have them. I don't have good jean shorts that don't stop like up here. I needed some shorts. Don't get me wrong, I love a little booty short sometimes, but sometimes I just want to go a little bit more Bermuda, you know what I'm saying? Also, you can't see it, but I do have high crew socks on, and I'm just gonna wear these with my forces. I also have a pair of round sunglasses that you're gonna see when I get in the car. That's gonna complete the look. Quite honest with you, I was a little bit hesitant about putting these on because I haven't shaved my legs in ages. I washed my razor yesterday because I was gonna shave yesterday, but of course it has to dry because it doesn't work really well if I shave wet, so I always shave dry. It's an electric razor, by the way. But then when I came out of the shower, I didn't want to shave my legs, and then I didn't want to wait for the razor to dry, so I just didn't shave them. But honestly, I'm probably not getting out of the car because everything I'm leaving to get today is through pickup. And if you are that bothered by leg hair on female legs, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. You're just not ready for society. What does that have to do with me? And also, to be quite honest, you can't even really see my leg hair that much. I don't even know why I'm complaining. To be honest, it actually looks kind of cute on me. I don't know why. Guys walk around with whole forest on their legs. Why can't I walk around with tiny little wispies? Okay, it's already 4:35. I've yapped enough. Let's go to Target. I was holding the pump down for the last couple of dollars, and as soon as I let go, it landed right on an even number. That's exactly what I wanted to see. All these
wipes are drying out. Oh my goodness. I might as well not even be doing anything with these. Okay, let go. Alright, we here.
So now I'm just sitting here chilling, waiting on my Target order. I was having fun shooting in program auto and having control over my ISO, but my camera is not happy at the amount. Oh, it's the ambulance, okay. I'm not mad anymore. My camera was not happy with the amount of light coming out of my car right now because of that window and that window and that window, and there's not enough black in this car to offset what the light was doing to the camera, and it could not focus on its own. I don't know, but it wouldn't light me correctly if I didn't turn it off. So it is an absolutely gorgeous day outside right now. It's 77 degrees. I drove with the windows down for most of the ride here, but when I drive on the highway it's too much for my ears, so I did have to roll the windows up and do AC. But once I got onto this side of town, I put the windows back down, and it's so nice outside. Getting to like go outside and just like do stuff like this kind of helps me take my mind off of the fact that our world is currently going to shite. They just passed the TikTok ban bill today, and I mean, obviously it's going to take a while for it to go into effect, which means that there's plenty of time for people and legislators to still like fight this ban. There's just like so much going on right now, and I'm gonna just tell you right now, none of the adults know what they're doing. We grew up as kids learning that we were supposed to trust the adults for everything. Now we're the new adults realizing you cannot trust the adults for shit. And it's like, it's one of those things that makes us feel so helpless, because it's like, we know what changes we would make if we were in office, but we're not in office, and nobody wants to be in office with the likes of them. So it's just a thing. Hi, I'm good. You?
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. Your hair is cute. One of the bad habits that I used to have when it came to shopping at Target is I would accidentally forget to let them know when I was on my way, and then I would say, okay, I'm on my way, okay, I'm here, like 2 minutes later, and so my order wouldn't be ready. But I've actually gotten better at like not doing that. There was actually one time the app reprimanded me for it. Because it was like, hey, you know, you need to, you should probably think about giving us more time to get your stuff ready before we can, you know. I was like, okay, my bad, sorry. Okay, now let's go to Walgreens to get my medication so I don't die. Whew. I'm tired. All I did was drive, and I'm tired. I now understand why our parents didn't want to turn around and go nowhere after coming to pick us up from school. I didn't even get out of my car, and I'm exhausted. Why? Traffic was actually insidious. Like, it was sinister. I managed to bypass all of the traffic coming off of the highway because I took the back roads, but then like some of the main roads on my area of town were so backed up that I had to find alternate maneuvers to get to the street that I needed to get to. First of all, coming onto the highway was an issue because the lane is all the way to the right side, but there's a road right there that allows its drivers to turn right directly into that lane that I needed. I sat there and I could not get over. So at the light that's like right there, I had to like hit the meanest U-turn you've ever seen in your life, go back to the gas station that I had just left, go down the road some, and then hit another hard U-turn so that I could be all the way in the right lane on that road that I just mentioned, and take the highway from there. And then I missed my left turn because the road was just completely backed up, and no matter how many times I put on my signal, they didn't want to let me in. So I had to go all the way down, and then finally somebody who had some sense saw me turn on my signal and like stopped to let me get over. And I'm so glad that nobody was coming barreling down that side of the road for the turning lane, because that would have been a big issue. Managed to get over there, started to turn left, and then realized that was actually the opposite direction, and I had to do this quick little oops, sorry, which was nerve-wracking because there was an emergency vehicle coming my way with lights and sirens on. All of this just because I wanted some hair gel in my medication so I don't die, and because my mother wanted some tongs. Okay, I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry, and the worst thing is I really hope I don't have to turn around and do all that again when I leave in like an hour to go to the gym. Okay, we get it. There's motion in my backyard. It's probably just a bird. Let's go eat, because I'm very... Shut up! I'm very crabby right now. Okay, back from eating, and as you can see, I am satisfied. My stomach is full. I feel a little bit less hyperactive. I'm happy. So, here's the thing. I've got about an hour before I need to be in the gym. The only 3 things left on my to-do list for today are to clean my room, wash my bed sheets, and do laundry. It's very obvious none of that is happening, like not all of that is happening before I go to the gym. But I am going to do as much laundry as I can before I leave. I think I'll only be able to do 1 load, and that's only if I do it on a quick wash, so that at least by the time that I leave, it's in the dryer, if not done drying. But the bed sheets and actually cleaning my room is just gonna have to wait till tomorrow. So let's go do laundry. So I'm gonna end the video here because I only have half an hour left before I need to get up and go to the gym. But I do need to trim my nails because I did break a nail the last time that I was in the gym, which was 2 days ago. And then I ripped off another one. That sounds worse than it actually was. It was right here at the end. It didn't even hurt. But I ripped off another one while I was in the shower washing my hair this morning. And it was actually causing problems for me to have so many snagging nails because it kept catching onto my hair. Also, the sides are just really irritating me right now. So I'm gonna trim my nails before I go, which I thought was the perfect time to tell y'all that if you still are not in your crystal nail file era, if you're still not in your crystal nail file bag, you need to get in it. Because this little $2, $3 crystal nail file, Walmart brand, this right here is the move. If you are still using those little like emery boards or like the metal nail files that are super duper rough, throw those away, stop using them, get you a crystal nail file. The first time that I used this, which was like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was blown away because it files your nails down so quickly but so gently, and they're so smooth afterwards. Like there's not as many like sharp edges that I have to file off after using one of these. I do have a several-sided buffing board that I will use, like, you know, when I'm done. Now everything's technicolor. I do have this that I will use on the edges to see if maybe that'll help stop them like constantly snagging, because they love to snag along the sides here. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all about this crystal nail file. Okay, that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make. I was playing around with the angles, the lighting. You can tell I use different frames per second. I was trying to give that little, like, you know, cinematic feel. I know that word makes some people want to throw up because they feel like it's being overused, but like when there's really one way to say something, you can't expect us not to use it. I mean, what do you want me to tell you? But I've always wanted to kind of make a vlog like this, and I'm so glad that I finally decided that this was going to be my comeback YouTube video style. I think I might just film all my vlogs like this because it's so much more fun than just like walking around with the camera, you know? But yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!